Now they can hear us? Okay,
Classic
good.
pro streamer move.
Yeah,
But now
look,
you can hear
we
us.
haven't played since the Slobs update, so that was a thing that happened. Hashtag pro streamer.
And the
Okay, everyone's where they need to be, sort of?
Sort of.
For some reason, the windows weren't all scaled right. I don't know. But everyone's there. Everyone's in place. Everyone's cool. Hey, hello. It's Friday. That means that it's time for another episode of Cyberpunk Red. Hi everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I will be jamming tonight's game. By the way, we are using the full Cyberpunk Red rules as provided by our sponsor, Ardalsorian Games. So while we are not going to discuss said rules, you will see them in action during our show. Before we get into the recap and everything, I would just like to thank our other sponsors. Starting with Found Familiar, great coffee company. Check them out. They are, I think they've restocked everything by now. So be sure to go on foundfamiliar.com and you can use code WanderingDM to get 10% off. I just ordered, Rogue Panache. Cup. I just ordered a whole bunch of new coffee to try because so far I've never been disappointed with anything they had on their inventory. Then our other sponsor is, of course, Roll20, the tabletop, virtual tabletop that we use here on Wandering DM for all of our shows. You'll see the rolls and everything on the overlay. You can check them out at roll20.net. And last but not least amongst our sponsors is Mage & Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. They are currently in a Kickstarter that's already funded, actually, for Conspiracy in the Star, the introductory module to Dark Matter, the sci-fi fantasy setting for D&D 5e. Conspiracy in the Star also comes with like a bunch of goodies like Level Up Dice, Wormwood Dice Vault, extra adventures. There's like a whole mecha campaign setting that they've just unlocked. So be sure to check them out. And of course, be sure to check out our partners through the Diceomancy program, Level Up Dice. They have just sent us these sets of wonderful aluminum branded D6s that you can't find anywhere, and a cute metal puck to put them in. We will be giving them away, if not next week, then the week after. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. That said, we'll go around the table, introduce the cast first, and then we're going to do something that we keep forgetting to do every gosh darn week. But let's begin with our introductions, and let's begin with the person to my right on the overlay, Adelaide.
Yeah, that's me, Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter. I play Reno, our solo. As far as me, I am 1/4 of a team called Action Fiction, where we make role-playing games, including a 5e game called Monsters of Merc. We are releasing our expansion Kickstarter on September 8th, which is restaurants and retail themed. We got things like Walmoria and a Guy Fieri themed dragon, so it should be lots of fun. So check that out, September 8th.
Next on the overlay is Anino.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anino. I use he, him pronouns, and in this campaign I play Jimenez, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Up next is Rin.
Hey, I'm Rin. I'm playing Jinx. That's about it.
Next is Chris.
Good evening, Chumbas. Welcome back to Night City once again. My name is Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary, and you can find me here tonight and Friday nights as the infamous Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost, the man with the golden scalpel. If you ain't dead, he can fix it.
And last but not least, Deirdre.
Hey, all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter. Prexiglass before you see me around on Twitch. And I get to play Trins, your mechanic. And the answer is yes, she can fix it. And yes, it can go to 11. It will always go to 11. That's the easy answer.
Now, before we go into the thing we keep forgetting, what can you tell our viewers happened last time? Please,
Well,
not all at once, people.
Well, Mr. White and Jimenez proved that they had some very interesting interrogative abilities and were rather intimidating, apparently, to some gentlemen who, I don't know, I guess he thought he's all that in the bag of, chiclets or something, because he was like some big hotshot during the fourth corporate war, whatever. He got his butt kicked inside an RV. I want you to know that. He got his butt kicked inside the RV, and he got his butt kicked before then. And then he ended up in a trash can. Because apparently he was working for some people who were trying to, make a comment to Trins about things. She doesn't really understand. She thinks it's just all a very big misunderstanding, and that Citino would never, ever piss her off enough by going after her brother. Because no man is that stupid enough to go after an Italian woman's brother. It's just not sane. There's no sanity there. But, Reno did say that she, there were two guys, there were a bunch of guys who broke into Trin's apartment, shot the place up, shot her brother, and took him away. Which is obviously means that these people are not cool. They're just not cool. And then, but apparently they're also not smart because, they couldn't tell Reno from being one of their own. They didn't even tell that she had a voice modulator on. That just means that they didn't have any skill with tech whatsoever. None, period. You should be able to see that in the whatever. Anyways. But then Reno, who's dope as fuck as out this shit, shoots one of the guys, shoots the car that's getting away, finds out where they're going. Apparently there's this angel in the mall. Yeah, that's a thing. Like, you're a doctor who works out the mall. Fine. Everybody's got to have their own kind of gig, right? Paying gigs are paying gigs. They're hard to come by. But you get this fancy ass title like Angel of the Mall. That sounds like some Tiffany shit, right? Doing the mall tours and the bands. Like, that's all I can think of right now, right? But,
Hey, but her first name's Bianca.
You're also missing the part where I stole the guy's phone and somehow convinced hotshot, whatever his name is.
I never said he was a hotshot.
Well, I convinced the boss man that I was one of their own.
Yeah, that's why I still think that somebody must be playing some games, because they didn't even tell that there was a voice modulator going. Like Reno's dope as fuck, but you didn't tell that there's a tech modulation going on? That I have questions.
They're good nowadays. It's not like it's 2020 where you can definitely tell.
But then, we all go to the mall because that's what you do. And apparently somebody shot Trin's brother and he's bleeding out. And as she said at the end of last session, her brother does not have permission to die. That was her statement. And also she brought the doc with her because, he's better than everybody.
And before we begin tonight's game, we need to go through a thing that we keep forgetting about. For XP, what is the group's mission tonight.
And we remembered last week, and we did it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yes. Our goal last week was to get, or last time was to get the guy to say, prove a connection.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, find out what this guy is actually talking about. And we did do that. And I think the goal, you know, Trim's goal this week is to make sure her brother doesn't die. And then find out who decided that they were stupid enough to shoot her brother. Also, after she threatened.
Because I don't know. I've never talked to Santino on the phone.
So you
So
don't
I
know who
don't.
that
I
is.
believe it's out of character. I think it's Santino is the confirmation, but like I don't know that it's Santino. So you gotta figure out who shot the brother.
Because this goal would probably be reached soon because of where we ended last game. Would you say get revenge for Merc be a better goal?
Yeah, I'd say that would probably encompass a lot of things. So
I mean,
Yeah.
the question is, I think that's a good group goal. I don't think that's Trin's goal because Trin's doesn't think of revenge.
But it is a group goal that we're looking
Yes,
for.
exactly.
And I mean, we could do revenge. We could also look at the goal of trying to get Santino out of our hair so we can focus on the other people trying to kill us because we don't need multiples.
That can also be a goal. Yep.
unless he's already in with them.
Well, then we just beat him to an inch of his life until he agrees never to make that stupid of a mistake again. And that's why we brought Jimenez. He doesn't kill people, but he sure humiliates the heck out of them.
I mean, there was that one guy in that very first fight that didn't really like Jimenez's suplex a lot.
Okay, he doesn't intentionally go out of his way to kill people, but he definitely humiliates them. And he humiliated that guy too, so...
This is true. It was a very big humiliation, and it did look very dope when Jimenez was done. And you know, Trins did clap from underneath the car as she was bleeding, but there was clapping.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I vote we figure out who the hell is shooting up Trins' place, and get them out of our hair. And if it's Santino, it's Santino. If it's not Santino, it's not Santino. Because you know.
You're in denial.
Goal being
Love is blind.
cited. Let's get back into the action. If I remember correctly, you opened the back door to the clinic behind the shit, what's it called again? Multiplex?
Yeah, the multiplex.
Yeah. I was gonna say Star Court Mall, but that's another IP altogether. You opened the back door to the clinic, and you heard a woman's voice saying, "Shit, we're losing him."
To which Trins responded with, "You don't have my fucking permission to die yet, you son of a bitch." Loudly. And projected. In that very Italian manner that just kind of carries from, like, blocks.
So what do you do?
She really doesn't actually say anything. She just makes a very angry hand gesture that magically gets the point across.
Jimenez winced and like held his hand over his ear just because of the very loud piercing voice that came from under his arm.
Yeah, it's true because we all tower above trends.
Well, Reno and I are the same height.
Yeah. Okay, so Jinx, that's right, and Jimenez all tower above you guys.
Well, Mr. White's going to use all 3 of his move and hustle as much as he does anytime to figure out what the fuck is going on.
And I think, and we said last time that Trins had decided that she was had been planning to go out when she got the call to go pick up Jimenez and the guys. So she's in the very nice dress that she bought in Vegas, along with the leather coat and heels. Well, not heels, in her Converse, and she's just full striding purposely as if she's wearing 6-inch heels, and that just angry, walk, not quite run down the hallway.
The back of this clinic is a mess of old and new cyberware, all neatly put away in compartments and on shelving units. There's not a lot of room between the shelves to move. You almost have to put yourself like at an angle to be able to move properly, otherwise your shoulders would hit the shelves from time to time. It's a bit of a maze to get to the back store of this, so past the like warehouse place into the back store of the clinic. Yep.
How can I see where the back store is though?
Yes, I mean with the noise, you have a good idea of like where to go. Like you won't get lost in the warehouse.
But like to what direction it is and all that?
Yeah, it would be in front of you to a little bit to your left.
To my left?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many rows of shelves?
3.
On each side or total? Like 3 deep?
So it's more, yeah, it's like think that they're like placed like L's, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like one like this when you come in, and then you'd have another one like this, and then you'd have one that does the entirety of the walls in the back. So it's just so that you can't really beeline, that you have to like go around, but it's not.
Okay. That's fine then. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
I'll hush up.
No. Hey, DM. How much shit can Trins take off the shelves and appropriate through her pockets? Because she wants to build a taser.
Looking at the parts that you have here,
I mean, I have that thing. I have that wonderful thing.
Yes. Where are the rules? Because there's a bunch of like spare parts and other stuff that you can grab like on the go to make like to fashion something. But as far as if you wanted to like steal and put something in your pocket, that would be a little too big in the sense that you'd need a check to like hide it on your person. But if you just want to like grab what you need as you walk through the back store,
yeah, no, I mean, she has.
You won't have to roll. Like, I mean, what'll happen is Mr. White will get through first, as you're like slowing down just a little to go like, oh, this, and a little bit of that.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh,
yeah.
Piece of candy.
I mean, it is Trins, and she is focused, but at the same time, this is a candy store, and they're just sitting there. And one of the great things that I get to do with my roll ability means that I can do this as an action in combat and just make what I want. If I beat the DC. Do you need me to roll for it, sir?
Yes.
Cool. Nice to do math. Okay.
Well, that's
Well,
a
she's gonna make
fumble.
something blow up. She's gonna make something blow up.
So, can you roll another d10, please?
Yeah, I'm doing that. That's an 8.
So, 8. Let me get to the page. That's the solo. That's the rocker boy. And the tech. All right. That was using your field expertise. No, that was using your fabrication expertise, right?
No, whichever one is the one that lets me do it in. Hold on, it's the one in. That I have in combat as an action. I can make an item. I think it's field expertise.
Field expertise lets you repair as an action.
Or make. Okay, then I must have misread it.
Okay, because it would be, regardless.
Yeah, it's as long as if you don't have to roll for it if you're repairing an item to perfect condition as an action. You add your rank to this roll. The jury. Oh, that's jury rigging. Yeah. So then it would have been fabrication.
But with an 8,
Yeah.
you will
I don't make
start.
it.
Yeah, you'll start fiddling with it, and we'll get back to you in an hour when you realize that you're missing pieces for it.
Well, no, she'll still be walking and fiddling with it, but she's not taking that full hour to. She's walking and fiddling, which is why it's not going to work. She's not looking at it.
What about the rest of the party? I know Mr. White's going in. Trins is stealing, pocketing stuff, and trying to make a taser. What about the other 3?
And were we going in with them? I don't remember.
I mean, so the guys that were supposed to meet me here, they're not here yet, correct? No, I guess they have to be because they brought Mercutio. Duh.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are y'all doing? I don't know.
Jimenez is just standing behind Trins and looking around, seeing if there's anybody else in the clinic who is looking for trouble.
So you follow Trent along past the warehouse with Mr. White. You happen into the back store of this clinic where you see an old, like, secondhand, like a general practitioner's table with, like, the fucking paper thing that goes over it. Lying on it is Mercutio, breathing arrhythmically and gasping for air as his body spasms. Bianca is MacArthur, has both of her hands on his stomach trying to hold him down. The other 2 guys that are there are trying to hold him down by the arms, but then they see Mr. White come in, followed soon after by Trins and Jimenez, and they look up and they immediately let go of Mercutio, and you can see them fumble to draw a weapon from a holster on their hip. Because they're fumbling, because they're surprised, you get to go first if you want to do anything.
Fuck yeah, I want to shoot him. I gotta finish the job.
Yeah,
Because I shot one of them as well. Like, I killed the one, and then I think I hit another guy, but I don't remember.
Yeah, you shot one in the butt.
Yeah, that's right.
That is it going to be Like first one through the door kind of thing. So like, what am I doing? And then just go down the row.
Yep, that's it. So we'll do
Okay.
you, and then Trins, Jimenez, Reno, and then Jinx.
All right. Mr. White will walk in and he'll just keep walking towards Bianca. And he doesn't even look at the other two. And he says, "Don't you fucking idiots pull a gun. If I actually wanted to come here to fight, I would have shot your ass before I walked through the door. Now sit the fuck down." And then he'll turn to Mercutio and say, "Merc, stop this nonsense. I got you."
You notice that
do I-
Merc is
Do I get to the table though?
I mean, yeah, it's not like 3 yards away. Like it's fairly close. You open the door and you can almost touch the back of Dr. MacArthur.
Oh, well then I'm just gonna sidle up right next to her. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulders and I'm gonna press down with Dr. White's strength.
All right, you
Or
try
Dr. Frost's strength. To hold him down as I tell him to calm down. I'm here. You'll be fine. After chastising the other two idiots.
The other two look at you for a moment and they're not sure how to react because right after you comes in Trins.
So my next question is, do I recognize either of these two mooks?
Nah.
Oh, okay. In that case, she's going to just straight up walk over, like paying no attention to them and saying, "Mercutio, you are not allowed to die. I have forbidden you to die. And which of these two shitheads shot you? You got shot by these shitheads?"
Bianca looks up at you and at White, who just came in. And she just said, "Are you going to help me or not?"
"Oh, he's going to help you. I'm going to shout at my brother some more."
I already am at that point. Like if I have more actions, I will actually just start taking over. But
that would be like the next.
yeah. So at this point, I'm just holding him down. Do I need to roll for that, or is my 8 body enough?
Yeah, it's fine. More than fine. And plus, you have the experience of being a doctor. You
And a
know
trauma.
how to hold
Yeah.
down a patient, especially one that's, going into shock, because that's what's happening to Mercutio.
Yeah.
Right after Trins Jimenez walks in, the office starts getting cramped.
Well, this is sad. There isn't enough room for me to throw something very big at them. I think he's just going to come in, walk straight up to the closest gunman, and grab his head in his hand like he was palming a basketball. It's the classic Iron Claw move. And he's just going to slam that guy's head into the wall behind him.
Ooh. So you walk in, beeline to the one guy on the right, grab his face, and just keep walking with the face, ram it against the wall. He doesn't have any armor on his head, though. So, I mean, I figure that's going to be just an unarmed attack.
Fair enough.
You don't need to roll to hit. Well, no, you do in case you fumble. But you have an additional +4 because they are unaware of what's happening. They're overwhelmed with confusion at the moment.
Oh, so +4, you say?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah, you have to beat a 6.
I felt really sorry for this guy.
What's your body stat?
It's a 9.
Do you know how much damage you do unarmed?
Unarmed? I forget. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm in the melee combat page, so I can tell you. 9, it's 3d6. Only normally if they add armor or anything, like, that would not do anything, but...
So we get an 8.
8. Not too shabby. You're not going to kill the person, but you hear a crack from the wall mostly as the head just goes through the drywall, and he's sort of like kept in place standing by the head being stuck inside the drywall next to a wooden beam.
Yeah, and as he's doing this, he's just going to stare down the other guy who is fumbling for his gun.
The other guy, seeing this happen, just never mind the gun, he opens his hand and, like, razor blades come out of his nails, and he goes to strike at you, but in comes in Reno.
Yeah, I got those too. Okay, so we have the one guy that's attacking Jimenez, and then there's the other guy that's his head is stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Jimenez can handle it. I am gonna go for this guy that's stuck in the wall because he's gonna get unstuck next round, I'm sure. But not even just shooting him. Is it face first or back of the head first?
It was back of the head first.
Okay. I am gonna grab him by the back of the neck, I guess, just kind of stabilizing him, and I'm gonna go for like a really strong punch right in the kidney. I guess. You gotta get used to the rippers, so you gotta practice with those, Jimenez. You'll be fine.
So you're
Brawling.
ripping him in the kidneys, or are you...
I am not ripping him in the kidneys. I
Okay,
have
you're just-
rippers, but I'm just going for like a solid punch, with my big knucks. And that's brawling, correct?
Yes.
Okay. There's my D10.
You have to beat a 12.
Oh, okay. So that's 12 with just my brawling, not plus my dexterity. Okay, I rolled a 5. And then it's 2d6.
No, you add your dex. You add your dex and the skill. You add
Yeah, but
skill.
I'd already hit a 12 without.
Oh, okay.
the,
Before you roll the.
before I even counted the dexterity. And that's 9 damage.
So you punch him in the kidneys, and he doubles over and falls down, and he's like... But the other one is already, like, mid-leap going for Jimenez's face with the rippers.
So I have a rate of fire of 2 on my big knucks. Does that mean I can go for a second hit? I don't know what that actually means.
Rate of fire means you have 2 attacks.
Okay. I guess it, in a very cool spinny motion. I'm gonna see if I can maybe collide with second guy while he's going in.
Sure.
Yeah.
I forgot Jimenez too.
That's
He
better
had a rate
actually.
of fire of 2, I think, with unarmed.
So it's 13 plus 22. I'm learning how to count, y'all.
That's a 9.
Okay. Sweet. Another 9 damage.
All right, you punch him in the stomach as he's jumping over.
Yeah.
Before we get to him, I forgot one attack for Jimenez, because, yeah, every martial arts always have a rate of fire of 2.
Fuck him up, Jimenez. Fuck him up.
No, Jimenez was kind of hoping to just stare him down, and that would discourage him from attacking. So he's actually going to be ready to just dodge.
Okay. If you want to stare, you mean the one that's leaping at you? You want to stare him down?
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
That's a face down move. It's actually a thing everyone can do.
Is that just like pure intimidation? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's based on your cool. It's your cool plus a D10 plus your reputation if you have
Nice.
any reputation.
Once it was proven to have failed you.
And basically the
This is my rep.
he also has to roll. And the winner has an option between two things. Either backing down. That's an 11 for them. Or taking a -2 on every action against the that particular person. Until they've managed to defeat them. Which could be, social, physical, or what have you.
How are we tracking reputation?
I don't know if your group had any reputation yet.
We
And
didn't,
Jimenez
but
is famous.
Did. Jimenez did because he got a boost in reputation last season
Oh, with the big speech, yeah.
with the speech, and he got he had that one, and then like a couple of, and with the first ad, so he had like a +2 to reputation.
A +1 to reputation.
+1, sorry.
Yeah.
Got a 13.
Yeah, you beat the 11. So after getting hit in the stomach, he looks at you just staring him down from your towering 6-foot something. In his mind, he's going to stop moving. But he's not responsible for what Jinx is going to do when she comes in.
Well, I guess I see everything happen. And I see him kind of freeze up because Jimenez has him in his eyes. Well, So Jinx is just gonna pull a chocolate bar out of her pocket and start munching on it. There's too many people. There's too many things. I'm not gonna reach over. And Jimenez is fine, so she's gonna munch on a chocolate bar and just wait. And check the back door in case somebody comes in back of us.
Back to Mr. White. It's not looking good for Mercutio.
And this is, what's her name, McMasters or McAllister?
MacArthur.
MacArthur, whatever. And I'll look at her and say, Doc. And I'll just start rattling off what I need.
After you name, more than just the basics from a first aid kit, I'll need, antiseptic, I'll need, a needle and something to stitch, or a stapler gun, or whatever. And then you start naming, other, doctor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You go into doctor speech, and
Yeah.
she immediately, her demeanor changes from, having her hands full with a case that that is over her head, to following procedure. And
Nice.
she immediately turns around to a cabinet behind her that was basically right next to the door when you came in.
Mm-hmm.
She opens the doors to the cabinet and starts rifling through and handing you tools that are still packaged in plastic.
Good. I will, as she's doing that, not only receive them, but I'm going to, where is it? I'm going to hit Merc with a stabilizer that I have prepped anyway. I always have it prepped on me. And just bang, right there, And then start taking whatever she gives me. So he's now gonna basically, he gets a boost of 1 health for 1d10 plus 1 turns to kind of help settle him down so he doesn't go into shock.
That's going to give you 1d10 plus 1 turn to work on him. Without him having to make a body check, like a death save.
Which is why I wanted to do that. So 1d10 plus 1. Ha!
Ooh.
Maxed it.
All right. So you look at him. You realize it is going to take a good amount of hours to put him back to a stable condition. Looking into his wound, and everybody else, like, we're lifting initiative, so if there's anything that you want to do, like, it'll happen at the same time. It's just my description might be a little long, but I want to get, like, through that first. The bullet went through soft tissue.
I thought there were 2.
Yeah,
2 shots.
Yeah, the two bullets. One of them lodged itself in his small intestines.
Okay.
But the other one went, like, between the intestines and reached the spine. And actually basically just made contact with the bone. Without piercing or anything. But it's, like, so close that it will take surgery.
Yeah. And I'll use the microscopic to make sure that there's no cracking on the bone in my eye. So just kind of focus in, make sure that I can tell. We'll have to take care of the intestines first. We can't have him going septic while we have him while he's open like this. It's already probably too late. So we're gonna have to basically infiltrate that wound with as much antibiotic and antiseptic to clean that shit out, literally. And then fish that bullet out and then pull or close that up so we don't kill him afterwards. I'm literally just, like, explaining that to her. So that's what I'm going to need. I need shit. Can I tell by looking at that bullet, are we looking at just a standard metal round? Just from the years that I've actually been pulling bullets out of people?
Yeah, it's so they're caseless bullets, which is, like, an invention that happened around, like, 2020. So it's, instead of what we know of bullets now in our days, which is, like, just a small, almost ball-shaped tip of, like, the at the tip of the casing. This one is it looks a bit more like a nail, if you will, but, like, you know, it's 5/8 of an inch.
Okay. I'm really curious more about what it's made of. Because I want to know if I can pull it with a magnet or if I have to actually fish it out.
No, you can pull it with a magnet. It's steel, I guess, metal. Yeah.
The other question is, are they dust jackets or ashtrays?
Nah, these guys don't have fancy bullets.
Okay, good. I like to know that my brother is not shot with a frag.
Yeah. No.
They're solid, so we're okay on
projectiles.
That. All right. So, shit. Can I see where the bullet went in the small intestine at this point, or am I gonna have to X-ray for it?
It went up.
So like I know where it is.
You can. It's a bit gruesome, but like you can shove your finger in. And you can.
Well, I mean, I
follow the
wouldn't actually.
trajectory.
I wouldn't even do that. What I do is, if I can put my hands in the wound, I'm gonna, glove up, obviously, scrub up and glove up really quick, and I'm gonna stick my hand. Well, no, I'm gonna actually cut open the entry wound wider, and stick my hand up in there and get beyond wherever the bullet is in the intestine, and very gently work it back to the entry point.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
want to tear any more of it. And then the spine is what I'm gonna have to use the magnet on, because I don't want to have to cut all the way down there to be able to get my hands down in there. So that's my goal, and that's going to take me quite a while. So I'm gonna pause here, put a pin in it, and you can go back around the table.
All right. What? So, Mr. White, well, Chris just described what Mr. White is about to do. But, like, this is not going to take a round. Like, this is going to take several minutes. In fact, the whole surgical procedure, because that's how it works in the rules, every attempt is 4 hours. So, what do y'all want to do during those 4 hours?
Trins is gonna start by pulling the pieces out of her pockets that she didn't get to work on correctly, and standing next to Mercutio's head, start pulling the whole thing apart and working on it. But at the same time, she starts whispering in his ear, Olden, I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone or on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep, her wagon spokes made of long-legged spiders, the cover of wings of grasshoppers, the traces of smallest spiders' webs, the collars of moonshines, watery beams, her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoneer, small gray-coated gnat, not so big as round little worm pricked from lazy finger of a maid. And she'll continue through the whole thing.
I didn't know you could read.
Any names or?
Yeah, we all have, and she kind of like pauses in the middle and she turns and goes, yeah, his name is Mercutio. My name is Katerina.
Just surprised, that's all. Just don't mind me. I'm sitting in a chair, like very cross-legged, very fancy, just kind of flipping through a magazine, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, we're really into Shakespeare in our house. He's not allowed to start doing the other speech, but this one he can listen to as she's pulling apart the pieces and looking at it, and then she's going to start trying to build an industrial taser with actually taking time to do it correctly.
I'll let you know the DV for that in a moment.
She's trying to keep him calm, even if he's not fully
He's not yet he hasn't been put under yet.
Yeah, so she's trying to use that to keep him calm.
Yeah, you can see in his eyes that he's fighting to stay awake, and that the shot that Mr. White gave him is probably the only thing that's keeping him I won't say alive, but in one piece, if you will, mentally. Jimenez, Jinx, what y'all up to? I mean, you still have a freaked out person, plus one that's doubled over.
Yeah, so Jimenez is just going to pick up the one that's doubled over, and he's going to toss him unceremoniously out of the room to try to create more space for the people who actually need to be in that room. And he's just going to look at the other guy who's sort of stunned and just say, and just head nod over to the door. Just get out.
He retracts his rippers and just like bolts out of the door.
All right. And I guess he's going to look for a radiator of some sort. Is there like a radiator or something big and heavy, like a pipe that is stuck somewhere?
If you poke your head out of the back store, out of this like little area that Dr. MacArthur changed into an impromptu surgery room, you would see like the main like clinic surgery room, like multiple chairs. It looks almost like a hairdresser's salon, but it's a bunch of people being played in the eyes, for lack of a better term. You notice that right next to you as you poke your head through, there's a big-ass fire extinguisher. That would be the heaviest thing available, like, on hand right now.
Oh. No, I was hoping to sort of cuff him to something.
Oh, then if you want to cuff him to something, I thought you wanted to, like, throw something.
Oh, no.
Something
He's already
big and
out.
unmovable? The surgery table.
Okay, yeah. So, Jimenez is just going to make himself busy tying down the guy to the surgery table.
Okay. You tie him up. He's still whining, and trying to, like, he's gasping for air. But he'll survive. He'll survive.
Yeah. And at that, Jimenez is going to start washing his hands. Because, you know, that's appropriate to do.
All right. Jigs?
I'm gonna keep watching the back door. Just make sure nobody sneaks in on us. All the while, like sneaking peeks at the table and being like, "Whoa."
After the other guy ran away, it takes a few minutes. You look at Mr. White doing his stuff while Trent is busy trying to MacGyver a taser out of cybernetic parts. Reno, do you still have the radio with you?
The radio?
The one
I
that
don't
you
remember.
use to communicate with the big boss.
Oh, his cell phone. Yeah,
Cell phone.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a radio, then that works too.
No, it's
yeah.
it's the agent. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it with me.
So after a few minutes, you get a message on that cell phone from the boss. It just says, "Who the fuck are you?" It's a text message.
I'm going. She's feeling a bit confident. I'm going to snap a selfie, just a little peace sign, and I'm gonna make sure that like one of his thugs is like dead in the background. Just
The one chained up to the surgery table.
yeah, there you go.
All right. You take your picture, send it.
I'll follow it up with a very edgy text message.
Okay.
Your worst nightmare.
Do you capture any of your friends in frame?
No. No.
You get a second message. I suggest you leave him to die.
What, your guy?
He doesn't follow through with another message. Not in the 4 hours that we'll like move the clock forward to 4 hours later, but for the techie fabrication expertise, you got the material because you stole it. However, a taser counts as a premium item. That's what I was looking for. And to fabricate it, it will take a day. Which means
that's fair.
It's a DV-17. So you can start working on it, but you realize that like it's going to take you more than just like 4 hours. It's gonna take you like closer to 10.
That's okay.
But
There's
after
a lot
4 hours, you're still
There's a lot you can do with an unfinished taser.
But yeah, after 4 hours, you realize you're like almost halfway through. And MacArthur hasn't looked in your direction at all while you're fiddling, like probably crouched on the cabinet behind them to use as like a like workshop.
Oh yeah,
table.
she totally boosted herself up so she's sitting on the like bench you get in like a doctor's office on the cabinet right there, and like still reciting lines. She's moved on from she doesn't want to get to the end of Romeo and Juliet. She started with the Queen Mab speech, and she's moved on to Henry V.
Okay.
Starting with Harfleur and going from there.
I'm gonna hold the phone out to guy tied to the table. I don't know if that's Macintosh, whatever, or not. Your boss seems to not like you very much.
He looks up at you. After a few minutes and everything, he's able to breathe properly. He doesn't seem to want to try to run away, seeing how someone's gonna run his face through a wall again. He looks up and says, "The boss doesn't take well to failure." And he turns his head to Trinz. Well, he tries to like crank his neck in Trinz's direction, and even Merc a bit on the table, and says, "Nor traitors."
Hey, Fongul, shut your mouth.
He doesn't reply anything. You can see in his face, looking at him, Reno, that he wants to reply. Like he's like this close to like bursting out with something, but he re-advises himself.
I mean, you're either gonna be a dead man here or a dead man later, so we can always make it a dead man later.
That's why
You're my best puppy dog eyes.
That's why I'm not saying anything at the boss's doll.
Oh, this is your man. This is your man. I talked to him on the phone.
Yeah.
Wait, who did you say that to?
I said that to you. Putting
What
it
do
in
you
the
mean?
phone.
But it's just listed as boss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just listed as boss. But he said the boss's doll, looking at you. And we are aware of you've told us about Santino, so
No, she's told you that she had a breakup. The only person who knows about that what the person's name was is Jimenez.
Oh, okay. So we wouldn't still know the name Santino, but okay.
Well, you know the name
I know the name
Santino,
Santino, but I don't know Santino is your ex-boyfriend. But I do know about the ex-boyfriend. Okay, so I can still put 2 and 2 together. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be. Or it could be just a jackass playing about things. And I'm not really worried about it. Because that Goomba is not long for this world.
I'm going to call the phone number and see. I'm going to call the phone number from my phone number. Or no. He's still got his phone. The other guy still got his phone. I'm going to take his phone and call the boss and see if he answers. He might not.
The boss answers.
Speakerphone. I give the guy a little kick if he doesn't speak up.
I slip them, boss. They're too busy fixing the idiot. Where do you want me now? And the boss says, probably lying in a ditch. I don't think you understand, Bob. I don't have a name for that NPC. We'll call him, Steve. You don't have... You don't understand, Steve. Not only did you fail, you got caught. Now they know your face. Now they can track you back to me. Now they're gonna come in with their big guns. They're gonna wreck my shit. That was not part of the plan. You see, you dumb fuck. The plan was for you to not get your fucking phone stolen by the girl who snapped a pic of you 5 minutes ago.
I laugh and hang up. Did you recognize the voice?
What? She kind of looks back. Did she recognize?
We don't pay attention.
Yeah, it is. It is clearly Santino's voice.
Okay. No, I mean, like, sometimes I do, but not all the time, because, you know, I'm busy, and you don't want this to explode right now. Also, the doc is kind of busy, so I didn't want to bother him. And, I figure we're just going to wait, because he'll show up. But I also made him a promise that if my brother died, I was going to take all of his cars. And every chop shop in this city wouldn't take his business. So
you do know who it is?
Yeah, his name is Santino Matsuda. And he's a booster. And by that I mean he boosts cars. Not a boosted gang.
Bad taste
that's just
in
kind
men.
of I mean, no, I really don't think I do. And she'll like take Benedict out and pull up her agent and pull through and find a picture of Santino and like hold it up. And I will pull up the image of Santino.
Yeah, I need to add him to the Roll20.
Because Santino is half Japanese, half Latino. And I will just let everybody in chat have that image, and then I will share this in this chat so you can add it to the Roll20. Complete with the little fedora hat and the open white collar shirt, and
I like them with a little more meat on their bones, you know, not my type.
Did you see
Jimenez
his
just
cause?
looks at the Jimenez just looks at the picture and he just says, "Oh, he's like between a 6 and a 7, I guess."
He loses 2 points for that ugly gun, so.
I mean, to be fair, the gun is a little. I could make better. I've made better. But that was a family heirloom kind of thing, so I don't know.
His family heirloom is a Lego pistol.
No, it's it's that old not the Militech one, but the old Arasaka handgun that you could get in the 20s.
Take your word for it.
So,
But yes, he's
yeah,
we
so
had a
Jimenez
very
is-
complicated relationship.
Go Jimenez.
Yeah, so Jimenez is just going to stand by the Steve. Is that his name? Steve
Steve the Killer.
Steve the Killer. He's just going to stand by Steve the Killer and says, "Wow. So your life pretty much sucks right now, huh?"
Yeah, you could say that.
I kind of think of myself as a merciful guy. So I guess I'll give you a trade. You tell me where Santino's base is, and I will let you go, and you'll have at least a fighting chance of surviving because you have an opportunity to leave this town.
Can you make a persuasion track?
Sure.
Please. Can you stop, Kitan? No, shut up.
17?
Oh, yeah. He says he's in Sector A1. You'll find him in the old fire station.
Is that in the combat zone?
No,
Sector A1?
actually, you would probably all know what Sector A1 is. It's not a name that's been given often. It's like the proper name of the borough, if you will, because the city is like split into sectors. But the common name for Sector A1 is Little Italy.
Ah, nice.
It's a it's not that big of a place. It's about 3 blocks wide by 4 blocks down, or yeah, long, however you want to put it. And yeah, it's the northwest of downtown. So basically, it's past city center where the Arasaka Tower was and all of that, where the Megacorps were Jesus, and then you keep going a little bit higher up. It is to the complete opposite of Japantown that you went at the restaurant. And
So
yeah,
this is going to sound very weird, but does Trins know what does Trins know anybody at the church in Little Italy? A very important question.
very important, because there are no more churches in Little Italy in Night City.
That means there are no more Italians in Little Italy. That's what that means.
After the mob wars in 2013 up to 2020, the mob left Little Italy, and with it, a lot of people that benefited from their protection because they were better than, the NCPD, left the place. So now what the whole place serves as is a low rent area for just about anyone who's not on the streets. But that's not really, it's the type of place where you're gonna probably stay there for a few months and then not be able to make rent and be evicted, or finally manage to score something stable and leave. Little Italy, also where the church used to be, that was demolished and replaced with an outdoors shooting range that's open 24 hours. So every hour of the day you hear gunshots. All the frickin' time. There are... I can tell you right now how many Italians are still there. 1, 2... prominent. 3... 4.
Who is the oldest woman?
Woman of note? I don't...
Other places have CCTV. We have Nonna's. She doesn't have to be of note, but just, oldest Italian woman.
That would be Rosa Franciscini?
Spell it.
I'll put it in chat. There you go. Franciscini. Franciscini?
Franciscini.
Okay.
Yeah. From the Franciscans. Cool. So Trins, when she hears that, picks up her agent and says, "Hey, Benedict, could you call Nonna Franciscini?"
Are you mad? Do you really
Not really.
want to call Franciscini?
Yeah, let's call Nonna.
Calling Nonna.
As she's still fiddling with the thing and, just...
It rings a few times and then you hear a voice pick up. And she's probably holding her agent a foot away from her mouth. And just... Hi, welcome to Franciscini's Cafe. What can I get ya?
Hey, Nonna, it's Trends, Ristelli.
Hey, the Ristelli girl, I haven't heard from you in a while. You haven't been visiting? You've just disappeared off the map.
The whole thing with the shop going up, I had to find a good place and I couldn't be safe. I had to be safe, right? And then I had to get Merc out of prison. You heard that Merc got out of prison, right?
I know, I heard Merc got shot coming out of prison.
Yeah, somebody shot him in the ass. That was fun. What bullshit was that?
Well, I mean, if anything, his butt could take a good... Anyway. What you calling about?
Did you know that Santino Matsuda's living in the firehouse? In the neighborhood.
Santino Matsuda. Oh, yeah. The guy with the car.
Yeah, he decided to have a bunch of guys come shoot at Merc because I said that I wouldn't be his little doll. He actually called me that.
Well, you've always been a doll to me.
Oh, but you're nice, Nona.
I don't see you making the hard ends. But yeah, come down to the cafe. I'll let you know what's going on at the fire station. These boys have been helping out the neighborhood. They've been doing.
Oh, they've
some
been
good
doing okay?
things.
Because last I heard, they were boosting cars and selling them cheap.
They have a side business. But they also do good. They cleared out the second precinct of the NCPD. And now
so
we
they
can
cleared
sleep
the
at night. Could you believe
Did they-
that? The cops decided to fill out my entire AC with pepper spray. Just fucking trying to flush out one of my clients. Guy didn't do anything. He might have killed his wife, but nobody knows. She took a dive in the river.
Yeah, see, there's some things that you got to talk about. But here's the question: was he a good? No. Here's the question: did they do anything about the shooting? Because you know that gun range. Honestly, I'm very.
That
Really?
gun range is still there, honey. It's not going to move anywhere. Anytime soon.
I don't know. But hey, we're gonna come see you. Is that okay, Mona?
What are you talking about? We. Do you have another boyfriend? I
No,
think you
but I
should
got a bunch
spend
of new
some more
friends.
time alone and try to, live by yourself a bit. And before you jump around to another guy who's gonna ditch you on the side of the road and then burn your apartment.
No. Well, you know me better than that. I would never. No, I got some new friends. They haven't. No, they have never had your sauce.
Do they
They
bathe?
honestly think that kibble is just the heightest of food.
Oh, you
The
can
fuck
do...
I do?
He says, covered in blood.
No, that was the doc. He actually understands that good food is good food. But these others,
you
they
have
keep
a
saying
friend
that.
doctor now.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
When are you gonna marry him?
I am gonna marry him.
Well, I think you should. He's a
got
doctor.
He's got a girlfriend.
That's nonsense. Bring him to the cafe. I'll let him know that you're better than whatever he has in his life.
Wait, when did I get a
Nona.
girlfriend?
She says that and then hangs up.
Am
You
my
don't-
impression of an old Italian New York woman accurate? Okay.
You needed more emphasis on giving her leftovers, making sure she's
Yes,
well fed.
that would be-
Oh, that's
that
when
would
you
be
get
right.
to the
Another-
restaurant after.
Because there are just things that you know. If I want to know what goes on in that area of neighborhood, I go and talk to the Nonas,
To the gossip, yeah.
to the little old ladies who run the world.
Jimenez is just going to say after she hangs up, I'll have you know that I was the best third shift chef cook at that Waffle House. Okay?
Yeah, but she doesn't think that Waffle House is actual food either. And I didn't want to piss her off too badly. Also, if you bring her coffee, she'd be like your friend forever.
Oh. Yeah. I might have a line on coffee.
See? Garlic and red sauce is the things that save the world.
I feel like I haven't been getting enough carbs, so.
There we go. You okay with this, Reno?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, don't pull her leg or anything. And as he's mentioning that, Jimenez is going to cut the guy loose and be nice and just stuff or slap a bottle of water to his chest and says, "For the
Stuff a
road."
bottle of water in him.
Yeah. Get out of here. I don't want to see you in this town again.
Yeah. He gets up, like, stumbles over his feet. Just takes off jogging.
Friends just takes a bunch of pictures with her agent. And then takes a picture of the hole in the wall, and then takes a picture of Jimenez.
This is all happening while Mr. White is elbow deep in Merc's guts. Mr. White, Would you like to roll your surgery check after 4 hours of blood, sweat, and blood?
Of course. So, let's see.
It's a
Surgery.
DV15.
So I don't want to roll a 1. I did not roll a 1.
Then Merc does not die.
Hooray.
After 4 grueling hours, you pull out the 2 bullets. The one that actually hit the spine left a hair width crack on one of the vertebrae.
Oh, I can't let that go. I'd fix that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fixed. It's part of the check.
Gotcha.
But it did not reach the it's the thing you have inside your spinal cord.
Spinal cord?
Oh, it's the
inside the
spinal cord.
spine is the spinal cord.
Okay. Yeah, it did not reach the spinal cord. Not that it would really matter at that height because, well, Merc already has 2 completely cybernetic legs. But it would cause him pain for the rest of his life, which you've avoided. He's going to stay out and will need, a few weeks to recover fully from what happened. But he is otherwise stable and sleeping at the moment.
I will turn to MacArthur and say, you did a really good job there. I know this isn't your cup of tea. But I was impressed.
I too am impressed by a complete stranger coming in and performing life-saving surgery without introducing themselves.
There wasn't really time for that when I heard you yelling that you were going to lose him. By the way,
I agree. I agree.
My name is, you can call me Frost. Dr. Robert Frost. I'm a trauma team surgeon by day. I hang out with these lovely people who, that one sitting on your cabinet is the sister to this one on the table. In my off hours. So we heard that Merc was taken to the Angel of the Mall, and I thought to myself, Bianca MacArthur. She's got a good skill set, but this is a little out of her scope of practice. So I wanted to hurry over and give a hand.
Oh, my name's been spread around trauma team?
I like to keep up on those who make a difference in the community. And you do that, Angel. That's what they call you, right?
That's what a lot of people call me. The other people called me other names. But that's normally because they can't afford my services.
That always happens. I have a tendency to have a lot of people call me names too, but it usually is because of the other things I do. I help people find what they need. Connect them with the right people, connect them with the right things. So, for anybody else that you talk to, you can refer to me as Mr. White.
Well, Mr. White, now that your patient is in a stable condition, I
was just the assisting here. This is your patient. Doctor, I would never impose.
I did very little on that surgery. It was pretty much all of you.
So be it. It's still your place, your supplies. I would never infringe on someone else's practice. That would be rude and unprofessional. What does Merc here owe you?
Well, Merc here definitely has some very interesting friends. Look, I have an assistant on the other side. She can take care of implants for the day. So I'll weave the feast for my time. Just look. I'll be honest with you, Mr. White. Was it?
Yeah, to any of the people that look like the ones that brought him in, that's what they know me as.
Okay.
Professionally, you can call me Dr. Frost.
Well,
Or Robert if you
What-
prefer.
oh well, Dr. Robert. Thank you. And just so we're clear,
Yes.
I am not in the business of doing surgeries for free. And she
know.
looks at the rest of the group very, briefly as she says that. But I'd be more than happy to, help you out if you need to. You did help me with one of what could have been easily my first loss. Look,
As far as anybody knows, I don't have to have been here. I got enough people that know my name and ask for free stuff all the time. So I understand what you're saying. Whatever you need, you just let me know. And as I'm assuming this is as we're scrubbing up or cleaning up and all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And once he's clean and it's dried off his hands, he'll reach in his vest and he'll pull out a card and hand it to her and say, "You can give me a call if you need something. I'm also always in the kitchen. I can always make you dinner sometime if you need that, since you're not taking payment for your hours."
Jimenez just glances over at Trent.
Who's literally sitting with her up on the cabinet with her hands like this and leaning on them and just kind of watching the two of them. Do you want me to fix? By the way, I can fix that. And she points at the giant drill, all the big cybernetic tools that's kind of hanging out.
I would first like to have someone either repair or pay me for this. And she points at the hole that Iminus put into the wall.
Oh, we can definitely fix that too. We can definitely
worry.
fix that. By the way, did you?
I know a guy.
How do you? We know a couple guys, but here's the thing. And she kind of looks around the space. It's like, do you want me? I did a whole setup thing. It's great. I have this. It's a great thing. We can put some baffles in. We can put a new drain system in. We'll clean out everything. It makes it easier to clean. That means there's no sound that bounces off anywhere else. There's also a vent system.
She will keep going until you either agree or we carry her out of here. So, which would you prefer? Because she will not stop until she either improves and upgrades everything in this space or we leave.
It's okay. I'll take care of it. Maybe some other time. Or Dr. Robert.
Yeah,
Was it?
close enough. It's
I
just Robert.
guess as payment, dinner would be nice.
Fair enough. When tomorrow is a good time for somebody to come by and fix your wall?
Anytime during the day.
Okay.
If you want to do it yourself, I'll be here all day.
I will keep that in mind. That's not where my handiwork goes, but I know a guy. I'll make sure that's taken care of.
All right. This is just decided for me that I am not going to show you the picture of Dr. MacArthur until the dinner.
Ooh, it's a blind date. I love it. I love it.
On that note, as I get coffee on my nose, we're going to go to break real quick. And when we come back, we're going to give away a copy of the Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit. And as well as replay our super intro. So stick around, everyone. Grab something to drink. Grab some kibbles to eat. Stretch. And we'll see you again in a couple of minutes. Hello, we're back. I was almost muted. So, the surgery is done. The Mook has been set free. Steve is now looking to Mook. Whatever. Steve is running for his life. The 5 of you are now free to leave the mall clinic if you so choose. Bianca is looking forward to dinner with Mr. White. She had exchanged her agent number with Dr. Robert. And what are y'all doing?
I've stolen the magazine I was looking at.
Jimenez is walking by Dr. Frost. He's going to say, "So Robert, huh? What's your favorite Robert Frost poem?"
The one that I recited to you, like the third week that we were that we knew each other.
Did you come up with that name, or did your family also have some kind of literature obsession, like trends?
You'll have to get me a few more drinks before we have that conversation.
Ooh.
Let's just say it's the name on my medical license. It's as legal as it can be.
And like Trins turns and looks at Mr. White and says, "Do you think Jimenez could rock a Valentino. He says he wants a literature name. I was thinking like Gentlemen of Verona. He's not a Proteus.
I don't see it.
I'll keep working.
Yeah. Needs to be something that's strong. Doesn't have too many lines because he doesn't get too wordy until he has to. But then has like epic monologues.
He's not Hamlet. Ooh, Horatio.
But then he's dead, isn't he?
No, Horatio lives. Hamlet dies.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't see a Horatio, and I don't like the tragedy. I don't think he's a tragedy. Are you a tragedy?
Not a tragedy. He's about to go on a hot date.
No,
No,
not
it's
me. Jimenez. But he's also a
Jimenez.
little bit more, modern.
So he's definitely not a Henry.
No. Look at him. He's not a Henry. I'm not even a Henry. I'm probably
He's
the
not even
closest
a
thing in this
Hal.
group is a Henry. So
I don't know. I'm working on it.
I spent my childhood beating people up, so I didn't really get much Shakespeare, and don't ask
Oh, there's
me.
a lot of beating people up in Shakespeare, and insults and sexual innuendos.
yeah, but it's
And
the pacing when you listen to Jimenez when he's talking. It's not iambic. I mean, he's got a little bit more.
If we don't stop this conversation, I'm
DMC.
going to start shooting. Starting with myself. All right, just
But
All
then
right,
it would
then.
start and end with you.
that's what you think.
I'm assuming this conversation takes place as you're leaving.
yeah, I'm assuming that like Merc is still unconscious.
Yes, he's going to be unconscious for a while.
Okay.
Like,
Then we should get him in the bed in the RV.
You're gonna have to drive a little bit better since he's kind of on the rocks.
Mark's driving is perfectly fine.
My back full of bruises could tell a different story, but it's fine. There's not even seatbelts.
Yes, they are. Didn't you see him? They're retractable. And she like goes and pulls one out from like inside the side of the seat.
If you stuff them so far down into the seat you can't find them, then you don't have seatbelts.
But there's air.
air's not gonna stop a whole lot. But yes, if oh shoot, yeah, you would need like some sort of stretcher or something to bring him in.
Or a wheelchair.
Do you want a weekend at
Yeah.
Bernie's it?
I don't think he should be sitting upright right now. Shouldn't he be like strapped down?
Not if he's got an abdominal binder. He'd be fine. He should be laying more than sitting, but it would keep him in place. The abdominal binder would.
I mean, I'll go pull the car around, and it's like 20 feet.
But it'd be better if he's laying for most of it.
Okay, then I'm sure I can make up something from in here. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Bianca says,
There's a real
There's
life.
probably a gurney. Can we just borrow a gurney?
I don't have a gurney. Technically, I'm an I.
Mhm.
So if I happen to make you a gurney, it would be for your benefit then.
I don't think that's what she's trying to say.
Yes. But look,
Cool.
You can leave.
And she just starts grabbing things.
No, wait, please. You can leave your brother here. He's going to be safe. I'll check up on him.
All right.
I think I broke Deirdre.
There's just this moment where Trends is looking at her and just blinking her eyes like,
I
well,
will.
I've taken all of
I'm
your
on
biometrics, so now
I'm on
that's
shift
added.
tomorrow. We'll swing by on one of our calls, pick him up, and drop him off. Okay? Because then we don't have to worry about it because we'll have the gurney.
Hold on a sec. And she goes over and like opens a small panel in like Merc's knee and fiddles with it a little bit and then closes it, and there's a blinking light. It's like, okay, now his tracker is activated, and I know exactly where it is, and is also his, you know, heartbeat and everything.
He's going to be fine.
This is the second time he's gotten shot in a month.
We're in
Yeah,
Night
he'll be
City.
fine.
I think the care will be fine here, but maybe there should be someone keeping an eye on this place while he's recovering.
You get shot like every day. Twice a month
I do
is
not get
fine.
shot every day. It's been an entire month and a half since I got shot.
I'll personally be checking in on him periodically, and I'll lock the back door so that nobody comes in. I'll be closed for business for a while. I'm sure that whatever bucks I lose because of bleeding clients dying at my doorstep, Dr. Robert can make it up to me.
Yeah.
We're going to go deal with Santino anyway, so, you know.
We can make sure that it gets taken care of.
But I can still make you that gurney. I'll make a load of it. And I'll bring you one next time.
Thank you. And you can keep whatever it is you were making. I guess I'm not going to use these parts.
A taser. Do you know that the appropriate, if you wanted to, most people don't look down when you're standing next to them, and that's where the most appropriate place to tase a male individual is.
No, I did not. I'm a healer by vocation.
The size of this taser, it looks like it's shoulder mounted.
And the thing is,
I mean,
it's
it
made
could
from
be.
pieces of eyewear, so it's
It's
probably
not like that
full
big.
of eyeballs.
You know, I'm sure it'll all work out. And she just kind of takes it and like carries it out as she's going. And then looks at Jimenez and says, but if you want one, I could definitely make you a shoulder mounted.
I think I'm good.
I mean, all you'd have to do is kind of like shrug and it'd pop up over the back of your shoulder. We could give you a cannon.
Trins, I'm not going to be your mech body, okay? Stop trying to put stuff on me.
I'm not trying to put stuff on you. I was just, you know, making ideas.
Bianca is slowly shooing you out of her office.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, yeah. We will be leaving. Come on. We've got places to go, people to have a long conversation with.
Yeah. I hope you are ready to eat a lot.
I was
I'll eat
genuinely...
anything.
I was genuinely going to answer no thank you. I just had dinner a few minutes ago.
Have you seen the TikTok video? They're going around Twitter about the ways it's like, no thank you, I'm not hungry, and saying it in different languages, and then it gets to Greek and Italian. It's like, shh, we're not allowed to say that.
So, you hop in the reinforced RV, drive your way across Night City. It takes about a half hour to get there. There's a... Even though we are still in the... Well, it's been 4 hours, so we're approaching dinner. There's like a lot of traffic. You notice that the NCPD has installed checkpoints here and there across the city, especially when you move from one district to the next, something that wasn't there when you left for Springfield. And you are eventually stopped at one of said checkpoints when you're about to enter Little Italy.
Multi-pass.
No, even better. Friends of police card.
Not me. Not me. Just
Wait,
her. Not me.
Shut up. And she also shows like her
What?
ID, her like employment ID.
They run it, like they go to their like patrol car. They come back. They show your employment ID and they like wave it around. And the officer, they're behind like full face masks with like rebreathers and the whole kit. So you hear the voice like through the like a stormtrooper's helmet. So like there's no bass in the voice anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they just say, "That's not gonna get you anywhere, ma'am."
What? Because I didn't do your work on your car. Which, by the way, you want to check that left front tire? It's bald.
You don't work for the NCPD anymore. And he hands you the
Oh.
ID.
Oh well, thank you. I'm sorry, I haven't got a new one. I do mostly freelance work.
Oh, you're gonna have to check with the what's the highest commissioner?
The the commissioner is the head of the city.
Yeah. So you'll have to check with the commissioner.
Oh, that's good to know. But I would definitely check that tire. It's the left front is gonna blow in like a day, maybe two.
They look as you as you talk while like their partner is turned to look at the tire. The other one just looks quickly in the RV at everyone. They're clear. You keep.
These are not droids you're looking for.
They stop another vehicle, and honestly, they stopped the one prior to you, and you can see in your rearview mirror they're stopping the one behind. You don't know what they're looking for, but they just. It seems like their whole purpose is to slow traffic down to a crawl. Just to make traveling in Night City a pain. At least on the surface, that's what it looks like. You enter Little Italy. Take a right at the shooting range. Is it a right at the shooting range? No. You enter Little Italy, you take a left at the shooting range, and then a right at the other place. You pass by the fire station. It's right before you turn onto the street where the diner is, the cafe. In back of you is the fire station.
She'll pull the RV in. All right. Remember, the answer is yes. We always want more, even if you don't.
You know I could put food away if I had to.
I don't lie to people that we're supposed to respect.
If you tell her you're not hungry, she's going to start thinking that you're sick and or lying to her.
And I'm the doctor that she wants you to marry. She's going to be all over me, trying to
No,
impress
she's not.
me.
Don't worry about it. She's going to kind of like, you're going to get out and like, get everybody out. Did Jinx come with us in the van or with her?
We'll say I'm in the van.
Okay.
Also, I want food, so I'm cool.
Yes. Come with her food. And she'll like kind of grab Reno by the arm. It's like, we're going to have fun, aren't we?
Sure.
You know, if he says
next
anything, I'll let
time-
you shoot him just a little bit.
Going to meet your crazy boyfriend that, tried to kill your brother and, nearly killed me, and we're just gonna let him go? Is that...
No, I didn't say that. I said you could shoot him a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you were gonna do the shooting.
I don't shoot people.
I'll shoot him.
You can shoot him a little bit.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. We'll wing it. We'll do it live.
So you enter Franceschini. What's her face? Cafe? I'll never be able to pronounce that. Franceschini?
Franceschini. See.
Franceschini? Anyway, Rosa's Cafe. When you open the door, you notice the inside is very bare bones. There's not even a ceiling. Like, you can still see the steel beams and rafters, like where the a ceiling should be. There's a few fans that have been yellowed with age. A small AC unit that barely keeps the place cool. There's a few tables along the wall to your right when you come in, like little booths that give onto the window that gives onto the street, and then other tables for either like groups of 4, groups of 6, and the kitchens and everything are in the back left area, if you will. When you come in, you can see the counter and you can see behind in the kitchen, and there's like 2 people working in the kitchens, but the lady comes up to you, like she comes out of the kitchen and approaches the group, picks up a bunch of menus, and when she arrives in front of you, you notice Rosa Franceschini is an older lady, probably in her 70s. She is stocky, short. She's 4'11", so I think she's shorter than everyone. And her voice is way too loud for her frame.
More important question is, how much hairspray is in her hair?
Yeah, her hair is done in a beehive. And probably as a streak of fancy, she has dyed multiple swirls of different colors in it. It looks like a weird cotton candy, like piece of cotton candy on her head. And when she sees Trins in the group, she opens her arms wide and says, "Katerina! So nice to see you!"
There's much hugging, there's kissing, there is full on, and then there's rapid fire Italian.
And then she turns to Jimenez and looks him up and down and says, "Hi, Katerina, is this your doctor boyfriend?
That's not the
He looks
doctor.
so strong."
He's not the doctor, although he is being very nice to me and he's been helping out. He's got a plumber's license and he's in he's doing he's in theater.
Oh, a plumber.
Well,
a plumber
Yeah,
and
but-
an actor.
No, not an actor, a wrestler.
Oh, a plumber and a wrestler. You shouldn't
No.
date him, dear. Plumbers play with toilets.
No.
They work and poop all day long.
No. He's part of the union.
But a doctor.
But the doctors, and she kind of like points over her shoulder at the doc and is like, he's got another doctor girlfriend.
Pa, nonsense. Mr. Doctor. My, you're very intimidating and handsome.
Well, thank you.
You should
You're a
give...
looker yourself.
I've seen my fair share of trouble, and she winks at you.
I bet you have. That's why you've been in for at least 2 dislocated hips in your lifetime, isn't it?
Oh. I got myself a cyber model as soon as I could, so that way everything stays where it's supposed to stay.
That's what I thought. You're a thinker, too. No wonder Katarina trusts you.
She trusts my judgment, which is why you should trust mine as well, Mr. Doctor. You should give Katarina a chance. She would make you a very happy man.
Ah, but I've made her and her brother and her uncle all a promise. So I can't cross that right now. Talk to me again in about 5 years if she's still single. Until then, the cards have been dealt.
I will see if I'm still alive in 5 years. I'll come talk to you.
Oh, you'll still be around.
No,
I
no,
see
you're
the
gonna
way you
outlive us
move
all.
around this place. Yeah, exactly. You're going to outlive us all, isn't that right?
So those are your other friends.
Yeah, this is my friend Jinx, and this is my friend Reno. They both think they only... No.
They're very
No.
beautiful. You should beware of them. They might steal your man.
Nah, they're fine. Reno's got a guy. He works at... She owns the building.
I do. I own the building.
Oh, you're into real estate.
We all own the building.
I mean...
I'm the superintendent of the building, so you could say real estate. Sure, that's my hobby.
It's always nice to meet another businesswoman, an entrepreneur.
Huh?
I've operated this cafe ever since my husband died.
Oh, we have an elderly gentleman in our apartment, a Barry Showalter. You might...
Ooh, no.
No, you don't think?
Really?
I think they'd look very cute together.
Really,
They just look so
Rena?
cute.
No,
You're not good at
Nona
this.
does not...
Barry's like 30 years her junior.
Listen, okay? Anything can happen in love, all right?
No, Barry... No, Barry lives with his mother.
No, she has terrible taste in men, as you would probably agree. I have fantastic taste in men. Barry Showalter's a perfect match for you. You just let me know.
He does virtual bowling.
That means he knows where to plug his fingers.
Exactly. So, that's the end of the show, guys. That's it.
Thank you for
That's
coming.
Thank you for
We're gonna
coming.
be here next week.
Next episode is just the dog's date and getting your grandma laid. That's it.
I mean, those will be good goals, and I think that they're achievable.
You know, they're
Yeah.
very achievable
Fuck
goals.
the whole storyline about a hit being sent on the group. Like,
Oh, that's just another day in Night City. We always have someone.
yeah,
out to
it's
kill
like
us.
a background event. Like that's
We don't always get to hook up, the old woman from Little Italy with, a nice side piece.
shit. And really is gone.
No, he's back.
Okay.
Hello, Anino. I apologize. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
We maybe
I just really
apologize.
wanted some water.
Okay.
It was and it was thematically appropriate.
So come on, take a seat. Enough talking. Well, we're gonna talk anyway while you eat, but come on in. And she
Yeah, see-
motions. There's only one other couple. Two older gentlemen, probably in their 60s, graying hair, bent posture, face full of wrinkles, and they keep I mean, probably that's... I don't think any of you speak Polish. You would probably recognize it as, like, Polish or an Eastern European language. But... yeah, they're conversing in Polish.
And how many? And they're dealing cards, right? There's always cards in front of them.
No, in their case right now, they have a folded scream sheet next to them.
Fair. So yeah, go sit down in the corner, in the back. Because, you know, that's Nona's table and she's going to be sitting and talking to us anyways.
Yep. And you sit down, she's going to take your order. Whatever you order, she doesn't care. She's going to bring you what she thinks you need and you want. And that's going to be that. And I would like all of you to make a perception check.
Awareness
check. I will never get that one right.
Oh no, you're right. It's perception in this game. I keep doing that. I did it this time.
The DV will be 820.
I got 20.
I did not get a 20.
I did not get a 20.
And X?
I mean,
I got a 15.
Okay. So the only person...
we still have luck.
The only person that hears anything of note while Nana is regaling you with stories of what's been happening in Little Italy for the past year, Jinx, you pick up on a word that the two gentlemen in the corners are talking about. Because it's in Polish, you don't really recognize any other words, but this one word is definitely not Polish. And with a 20, you would also hear that as the word is spoken by one of the two men, he's also tapping the scream sheet. Like you hear, you know the sound you would hear when you're like frantically tapping a finger on a newspaper? Like the sound of like crinkling paper or something? And that word is Jimenez.
So, at some point, does Nona breathe?
Never.
Okay, so
Circular.
I'm gonna like elbow Jimenez and be like, "Oh, sorry. They're talking about you. The two old men. You're muted."
Damn it. Jimenez leans in to listen, but his eyes never leave Nona's because he's pretending to pay very close attention to her stories. And can Jimenez see the scream sheet at all?
You're muted.
You would have to stop looking at Nana and really, like, turn your head, and even probably... Well, no, you're tall enough. You would just need to, like, stand straight, sit straight, and, like, turn your head. But really, like, turn your head, like, 90 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, he'll do that as a glance really quick.
The picture on the front page of the scream sheet is you.
Oh, look at that.
But is it a good picture at least?
It's a pic that was taken right at the end of the show in Vegas.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of wish I knew what they were saying. But it's kind of cool they're talking about you.
Oh, that's cool. But if they come over, we'll say hi.
Oh no! Oh no! So, Nana keeps talking, and she finally gets to something interesting. And so that when Santino and his boys moved into the fire station. That was
Oh.
after an hour of talking.
I mean, I figure you have to get through all the important stuff, and you know. Oh, so they moved in, because you know. I don't know which ones, because because Bruno was the one who came and blew up my shop. He lit it on fire.
Yeah, no, Bruno's not there anymore, and so's Bruce.
Oh, well.
Bruce was, if you... Honestly, I think I would ask for a local expert check for that.
Okay.
Local expert or streetwise?
Any of the two would work. I'd say the streetwise, the DV is going to be lower.
Okay, I'm gonna do streetwise because that's slightly better. Ooh, a 22.
22 definitely works. What about everybody else?
Well, now I
didn't
can't
know
find
it
it
was
on
out for the group.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What are we rolling?
Streetwise is
Streetwise.
under cool
There we
or
are.
local,
Or local
expert.
expert.
I was trying to find
20.
it and I could not find it. That's not bad.
19.
Look, there's people looking at you.
18.
14.
With a 14, that's the minimum you would need in local expert to at least know the name. Bruce Skiv used to be in 2020 a heavily implicated with the mob in Little Italy. Everybody else that got more than that, Bruce Skiv used to be a fixer. And he used his connection to revive the mob. He tried to basically take back Little Italy. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough people left that wanted in on his protection. And he had a very hard time trying to muscle his way in. Since most of the people couldn't stay very long. Especially like tenants in apartments or those that had businesses that weren't already, well established, like Nana in Little Italy. He ended up getting in a fight with a booster gang. Now, for Mr. White and Trins, he got into a fight with a booster gang that were specialized in Grand Theft Auto. Now it's easy to know who it is now, though it was never said who it was. Like no name was given. But what happened is Skiv and the rest of his inner circle were found in the harbor of Night City in the trunk of a car, chopped up in little pieces.
Oh, which Bruce was it that called and put out the bounties on our heads in Podunk, Nevada?
Oh, not this guy.
Okay.
At all. You would know that Bruce Skiv died, and he was like identified, ID'd and everything. Unless there's some conspiracy afoot. He is dead and gone, and has been dead for almost a year now.
All right.
And so now Sentino Matsuda runs Little Italy. Well, runs. As much running he can do in a place that is, you know, almost a ghost district now. Nana doesn't relate the story of Bruce Skiv. She just, like, glosses over it, saying he got rid of Bruce, and then he stayed at the fire station, and he got into a kerfuffle with the NCPD and chased them all out. But that was before the NCPD went all private and got all of their shiny new toys. I don't know if they'll ever come back around here. There's not a lot to protect, and we can basically handle ourselves how we are.
And they're trying to keep people out. They were doing so many checkpoints along the road, you couldn't even drive nowhere. It was adding like 20 extra minutes. They wouldn't let anybody in.
No. Yeah, they're putting checkpoints all over the place. I have friends that we used to go, and we would play, what's the name of that game again? Oh yeah, strip poker. With a few friends of mine, and we did that every Wednesday. We went to this little club closer to downtown, and everything was fine up until about a week ago when they started putting all of those roadblocks, and now they ask you your papers and stuff, and apparently I'm not allowed to leave Little Italy anymore. I don't have time to check into what all of that is, but all I know is that ever since they got their shiny new toys, the NCPD has decided to take a turn for the worst. Not that they were very good before. You should know, Katarina, they fired your uncle.
I hadn't heard that. He hasn't called me. I called him, but he didn't answer. That should be what I should have to let him know, because he should definitely not be hanging out with them if that's the case. And then maybe I should, you know, be a Mina.
Well, yeah, they fired him. Threw him on the street. That's all I know.
No, we have to call him. We'll definitely have to call him. He's not. That's not good. But Nona, you said Santino's over at the fire station?
Yeah, he lives there. He comes here for the breakfast from time to time, but he doesn't stay and chat because he's not a nice person like you and your friends here.
Yeah, I mean, he was so. Well, if he's just over at the fire station, Nona, I think it would be best if I said I actually went and told him that I did not appreciate his attitude and or shooting up my place and or shooting my brother.
I know he's a big shooter. There's gunshots coming from the gun range and there's gunshots coming from the fire station, and people think I don't know the difference, but I hear a lot of gunshots coming from the fire station, and I realize now I'm making a very bad caricature of an Italian woman. Well, Mike has just come in. Hello, Raiders.
It's okay. Mike understands that if you want to know everything there is to know in an area of town, you call the Nonna and you just sit and listen to her talk. Mike will agree with me.
So, where was she? Oh, yeah. So he's not like your friends that you have, but he's really well holed up in that fire station place of his. He doesn't let a lot of people come in or out, and we've even seen him chase out a few peoples on the street. So, I don't know for you, but I hope you're packing heat, because your ex-boyfriend probably will not want to see you. Or he might want to see you, but not want to see your friends. I'd probably put a paper bag on his face, and she points to Jimenez, because he's the cutest of the bunch, and he might think he's trying to get in with you and then steal you from him.
Oh my gosh, that would be just
She's not wrong.
awful.
He's the cutest out of all of us.
Yes.
Oh, stop.
Definitely.
She like puts a hand on Jimenez's bicep. Like not flat out, just like delicately, and then removes it.
Jimenez, you like bowling too, don't you? That's right. I forgot.
But both of my arms are the same size. And then he just holds his arms up and he just flexes them a little bit.
Right. Jimenez can bowl with both hands. No.
She just like fans herself a little, like subtly with a menu.
Trent, I like this place a lot. Why haven't you brought us over here before?
Oh, because the last time I was over here, Santino blew up my mechanic shop.
Oh.
She doesn't want to send her friends here because she thinks I'm going to embarrass her in front of everyone.
No, I would never. No. I brought them here. They were talking about. You were the only person I would trust to feed them. Also, you should know, Jimenez also worked in the kitchen. He's not to say that he is by any means, shape, or form your quality.
So he's a
because
plumber and a
always
wrestler and a chef, or is he just a cook?
No, that.
You know, Nona, I grew up near the Boston North End, which is some pretty good Italian food, but this beats it by like a mile.
I hope the East End of Boston is just a bunch of schmuck. Here at Nana's Cafe, you have authentic Italian food. I try to get everything imported from the Italian grocery store in San Francisco.
See? Also, she makes her own pasta.
Well, I don't make it anymore, dear. I have Ricardo to help me with that.
Well, yeah, of course. And she's like, Trins is fully aware that Nona hasn't made the pasta in this restaurant in years. But she keeps saying it because she knows that's what Nona wants to hear.
You're muted.
But yeah.
I was just saying adorable.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good food. Jinx is like taking a third plate.
You realize that no matter how much you eat at this restaurant, like there's always the same amount of food on the table.
Yeah,
It just doesn't end.
I know.
Yeah, Jimenez is eating it through a mouthful. He's just gonna say, "Oh my god, I haven't carbo loaded in forever."
And what does Mr. White think?
What does Mr. White think?
Yeah, how good is the food?
Oh boy, yeah, because you're used to like the organic, top shelf, high quality food. This isn't it.
Okay.
It's not kibble, that's for sure. She does her best with what she has.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were to consider like the equivalent,
This is a trattoria, not a restaurante.
in our world, yeah, it's like if we compare it to like real life, she'd be making all of her stuff out of like canned stuff. It's not
So the
fresh.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's like the Olive Garden. But in a world like in the world of Cyberpunk,
better than the Olive Garden.
I don't know, I like Olive Garden.
The
Don't
gnocchi
say that
soup is not
again.
bad. The gnocchi soup, not bad. Not
But-
bad.
No, and you're just gone.
Just saying, it's not bad.
They just don't disowned us all.
Yeah, I think so. No, but it's not the. She's making for what she has. She's done very well. Like her chefs are proficient, very skilled. But you can't get fresh food for a restaurant anymore. In Cyberpunk, that's just impossible.
Because you just can't get it in that quantity.
Yeah, that's
right?
it. It's you can get it for like one person or a small family or something. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. You know that, Dr. Frost. So yeah, but she does like wonders with what
What
she
about
knows.
her seasoning? Does she have high quality herbs, or do we need to see if we can hook her up with something?
No, the seasoning is actually very good.
Okay, because if there's something that if I know a guy who knows a guy that can help help her out, we would definitely make sure that happens. You've got some high quality food here. No. I may have to talk to you sometime about your connection in San Francisco.
Yeah, sure. We can probably... You're not a cop, are you?
No,
Okay.
I'm a connoisseur.
Well, then I can introduce you to my contact in San Francisco if you want. It's just... They don't use the proper channel, if you get what I mean.
Well, let me put it this way, Nono. I actually know a few smugglers that if you're having trouble with traveling and getting your shipments here on time, I might be able to find someone to get you better service. But if you've got a good person, I'm not going to infringe on anyone's territory. Just know you've got options. Just call Katerina and let her know that you need some help with moving your supplies to from San Francisco. Okay?
Yeah, no problem. Now you finish your food. I've bothered you long enough. You finish eating, I'm gonna go get a bottle of wine for after. Unless you want to go meet Santino first and then come back after. My door's gonna be wide open and you're probably gonna need food to get over the heartbreak.
Well, when we come back from meeting with Santino, I'm gonna want some of that tiramisu too.
Cannoli.
That's
Always the
fine.
cannoli.
Cannoli's finger food. You carry that and you eat. And we can eat that in the car.
Yeah, okay, fair. We can eat that in the
Tiramisu,
car.
you need a fork and plate, and you need to sit down.
I realize...
Not with that attitude.
I'm slowly realizing that this game is turning into a group of cybered up individuals visit different restaurants around the west coast of the United States.
Well, so far it's only been 2.
2.
And the gas station.
3.
We can
And
turn
we-
the RV into a food truck.
That's
And the bar.
Food,
That's-
that would make more money if we could get a good bar in that RV to sell cocktails out of as we go through the neighborhoods playing like Margaritaville or something instead of
It's 4 if you count the impromptu barbecue at the Luxor.
No, that does not count.
No,
That
without
does not count.
without the Luxor.
We did
there's
go.
7.
We did go to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. 7.
Oh yeah.
You
The
ate.
sushi. We went for sushi.
Yeah, we went for sushi twice.
You ate
Once
out.
we didn't get
in
to eat. The second time we did.
Yeah. Every
We took
third
the pick.
episode, you eat out somewhere.
We have good taste.
We have to keep that trend.
What can I say? We are cultured individuals in Night City. It's not just a dystopia. It is a place where we live and love and do things.
And laugh. On that note, as well, not cheers, but sort of, pleasant conversation, happy fun times at the cafe. We're gonna pan the camera out into the street.
Well, as we're doing that, Trins just leans over and leans it over on the banquette and kind of says, "Reno, come here."
Oh.
Reno,
Yeah.
come here.
What? What?
Picture. We're sending him a picture.
Sending who picture?
Who do you think? And she's gonna take a picture. It's like, come on, selfie, smile.
He already knows what I look like.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna send the picture with him and me.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
And she's gonna take the picture and send it. And it says, "Having so much fun. Maybe come see you soon." Click. The sweet and lovely. And oh wait, Reno's in the picture. Who she sent a previous picture of her beating the crap after she beat the crap out of his guys. So it's also an intimidation tactic. It's supposed, what kind of goes through Trins' head.
you send the picture out, and I think the last scene for tonight is going to be Santino's agent that buzzes, and he picks it up, and like from his point of view, you see like the selfie. And he sighs and just like mutters like, I'm trying my best. Why don't you see it? And that's where we're gonna end tonight's game. Next game will be a fiery discussion at the fire station, and probably a firefight, and other shit that starts with fire. But that said, we're gonna do a giveaway because we forgot after the break. So we have a courtesy of Art Alsorian Games, we are giving away a PDF copy of the Jumpstart Kit for Cyberpunk Red. If you want to enter the giveaway, you have to... I should actually highlight it. The keyword for the giveaway will be !Nona. !Nona. And we will draw things very, very soon. So let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, what you have going on, what should be keeping an eye out for. Let's do the same order as we did the intros. We'll begin with Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner at Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else. I'm on this show, of course. I'm on Faith Forge Academy, which is a podcast. Tomorrow on Valdrian's channel, we are starting a campaign of Emberwind, which is a new to me system. Super, super fun. Really cool. So go check that out. And also, I am with a company called Action Fiction, where we make role-playing games. We have our first game, Monsters of Merc, which is a 5e funny system. And our expansion will come in the form of Kickstarter on September 8th. None of what I just said made sense, but that's fine. We're just gonna rock it. It's cool. I can't speak tonight. It's cool.
That's okay. Thanks for coming, Adelaide. Anino, you're next.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. My next stream will be over on the Other Doc channel Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Ghost of Saltmarsh, a adaptation of Ghost of Saltmarsh into the Dark Matter campaign system. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming, and be sure to follow me there and any updates on any of the other streams that I appear on.
Thank you for coming, Anino. Rin, where can we find you?
Hey, I'm on Twitter at Heaven's Night, or in Twitch at Birds Through the Rain. That's it. I'm here on Fridays. I hate my camera. I'm all blurry. I'm sorry. That's it.
Thank you for coming, Ren. Chris, you're up.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Geary. You can find me at Chris Geary on Twitter. On Friday nights, you can find me here as the illustrious Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost. On Monday nights, also on Wandering DM, I am the host of Adventures in Castle Falkenstein. This is season 3, and we are solving puzzles in Vienna. So come check us out Mondays starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we've got that going on. And then also, I am working on a completely new RPG called Omen's Rising. It is its own system. I'm working with a number of talented folk, and we are making progress and hoping to have some really cool updates for you soon. I keep plugging that, and I keep getting a step closer every week. So this keeps me honest. Thank you.
And Deirdre. Thank you for coming, Chris, by the way. Sorry about that. And Deirdre, where can we find you?
Oh, hey, all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, or Praxagorth as Meaphoria is to see me around on Twitch. And I love you all. I love this game, and I love how this is just, the best kind of fun, and that these are people who do real things and have real lives, and they occasionally break things a lot. But as for me, you can find me tomorrow here for Black Flag, the Rapscallion pirate campaign. And there are consequences to people's actions. I'm just the DM. I don't make those. There are actions players made. There are consequences. And we'll see if, somebody decides to release a demon on the world. That might be a choice that people make. And then you can find me back here Monday for some Castle Falkenstein fun. And on Wednesday over on not Tales from the Grim, on Laugh Love Lindy's channel for some Witcher Family of Wraiths. And there's a Banshee and a whole shit ton of undead. But I've got 4 Witchers, it's fine. I can let them handle it. And other than that, you can always check my Twitter, because I post where I'm going to be, all the fun people I get to hang out with, all the great stories I get to tell, all the great things that I write, and I look forward to seeing you. I will also probably start posting a lot more about the joys and wonders of being a first-year law student. It's been a week, y'all. But until next time.
And we are going to give all the copy away. Ghost of Valar. Ghost of Valar. Ghost of Folar. Ghost of Folar. Ghost of Oyar? Anyway, you win! Please, Ghost, send me a private message either on Twitch or on Twitter with your with an email address that I will forward to Artel Saurian Games, and they will send you the PDF for the Jumpstart kit for Cyberpunk Red at whatever address you give me. So just make sure not to forget, and I will transfer that to them as soon as possible. On that note, we'll be back tomorrow for some pirates, and we will be back on Monday for Castle Falkenstein, and on Thursday for the Thirsty Crew of Dragon Age, and on Friday again for some more Cyberpunk, as we, well, I don't know, shit's gonna go down at the fire station, I guess, in our penultimate episode of the season.
Yeah, we gotta figure out the best Mexican place in New York City. Right? This is one we haven't got done yet. Italian,
Tacos.
Japanese. Yeah, we gotta get some like nice street tacos.
Mm-hmm.
No, not tacos, not tacos. You know what I really, really, really want? Because tacos are easy. I want
To